Coming off the Bret Hart video, your boy ZM has lost his smile. I gotta put aside all my Hitman bias and cover one of the all-time undisputed GOATs, HBK. Shawn Michaels is a once-in-a-lifetime talent for better or for worse. Today we're taking a look into nearly 30 years of gaming appearances to see which Shawn Michaels attire is the true showstopper. Let's move. Starting us off at 45, hardly a surprise, is Shawn's Saudi return fit. I feel very thankful I had the foresight to never watch this match, knowing it would be spitting on his retirement match with The Undertaker. I was right in that regard. This is just so lame. Like, the hat is fine, but everything else kind of blows. It's such a befuddlingly stripped down attire for HBK. It's almost like he knew he was too old to do this shit. Our runner-up is Warzone's default. This just might be the worst ring attire he's ever had in a game. It's supposed to be his motion capture tights from the mid-90s, and the hearts themselves are so big and misshaped I had no clue what this was referencing or what it was supposed to be. The boots also suck. Like, this is so out of date for the time period this game tries to recreate. Like, what the fuck, Acclaim. Up next, we got a 2K Battlegrounds fantasy attire he never once wore. This is generally pretty lame and dull as a full outfit. The white lining is really the only thing to denote here. Like, what a shame. We're now moving on to the Wrestlemania 2000 speed round. Shawn was deep in his Wrestling Academy phase at this point, and this tee reflects that pretty well. The fact that they added a real phone number into an N64 game is crazy work though. We're still advertising here, huh, Shawn? Yeah, this is alright, I guess. Like, we only have 4 attires and 2 of them are this. That's a bit lame. Alright, man. I'm over it now. I understand you have a wrestling school. Why the fuck couldn't we get one alt ring gear? Not even one? Like, we get Shawn in booty shorts twice in this game? 39 brings us to Shut Your Mouth's NWO fit, and this is a double-edged sword of Ukes trying to stay topical with attires if I've ever seen it. Their MO for this game was to stay as true to the ever-changing landscape of WWE as they could. But 02 was probably the most transformative year for the WWF since the 80s expansion. Seeing Shawn in a long-since dead NWO shirt must have been such a bummer back then in the middle of his big return. They should have just played it safe and gave him generic tights. Props for trying, I guess. Well, this is a little better. The hat is crazy as hell, but at least he shed the corpse of the NWO from him now. This isn't fantastic at all, but it's fine for cutscenes, I guess. We got Here Comes the Pain's backstage attire, and while I'm not in love with Jesus Freak era Shawn, he was at the very least here wearing his own merch. That's gotta account for something. Moving on to Mania 19's alt, we get yet another merch shirt, but at least the big ass buckle is here. That's funny. Don't hunt what you can't kill is so lame on a t-shirt. We gotta get to some good stuff here eventually, right? WWF Attitude is up next at 35 with this white heart alt, and I'm not in love with this at all. It's very bland. I guess the simplicity is kind of commendable, but just a simple zebra texture on all the white hearts would have been exponentially better than what we got. Another Attitude fit here for 34, and seeing the King of the Ring 96 gloves Frankenstein onto the Rumble 96 fit for something that represents Attitude era Shawn is fucking befuddling. This isn't the prettiest thing I've ever seen whatsoever, but it's not horrible. I have no clue why the devs tended to look so far back into Shawn's fit catalog for WWF Attitude. No Mercy makes its debut in the ranking here with this white blazer attire. Who knew Shawn was such a Kingpin fan? Yeah, this is kinda dull, but I guess it's better than the lame merch shirts. You knew Ref Shawn had to come eventually. This guy was doing a whole lot in them booty shorts all the time in the 90s. This is essentially HBK's Judgment Day 2000 fit without the wrist tape. It's not horrible, like at least he made it his own. WWE Mayhem is here with an incomplete SummerSlam 93 entrance attire. The little peace sign on the pants is pretty cute, but this entire fit being represented as a whole would have had this much higher up the list. What a letdown, we should have got the shirt here. Top 30 time with WWF Attitude's rendition of In Your House DX. I love these tights. They're one of Shawn Michaels' most striking and memorable designs ever, and I don't even like DX. The colors pop so well, but then we get to the gloves, which were standard on all of his Attitude models, and it just falls apart completely. What the hell, dude? This is entirely inaccurate and totally ugly. Get this Zubaz looking ass shit out of here. At least the Mania 12 fit looks cool. This improves the default attire by leaps and bounds just by virtue of a super clean and appealing colorway. Granted, the gloves are still horribly wrong, but hey, I mean, I'll take what I can get, I guess. SVR08's DX attire makes its presence known at 28, and this is one that I've just never really come around on. The IRL chaps were so much more vibrant and appealing with that awesome neon green lining on the decals. Here, it's just a super washed out looking pair of pants. Like, I might be colorblind though, like who knows. Bottom line, I think this could be a lot better. On to No Mercy's best attire, Bad Blood 97. This is super sentimental to me. I remember having the awesome original Mattel Elite of this fit with the entrance gear that isn't accurate whatsoever in this game, but I really appreciate the clean, monochrome look of this outfit as a whole though. It's a really subdued look for a guy who was usually over the top, and that kind of reflects the Hell in a Cell match itself, like he was shitting himself going in that ring. Just missing the top 25 is SVR 2011's DLC SHAWN, reflecting his 1992 look. This is a crazy shout for that time. I had no idea about this growing up because I was too broke to afford internet, and the zebra print on the decals is pretty cool. I also enjoyed the boots and the gloves quite a bit. I think HBK laid out a pretty good foundation for attires in his early years. Now we're on to the iconic doo-doo brown tights, which befuddlingly to me is my girlfriend's favorite Shawn Michaels attire. She loves the bob hair, the boots, and the brown unfinished tights. I can say that I truly never understood that they were unfinished as a kid, but it's very blatant as an adult. I enjoyed the new decals in the center a lot. I just wish that they finished the lettering, and this would be a lot higher. I think these tights were a pretty bold move for him. 2K15's default is up next, and this is his SummerSlam 02 return fit. It's awesome. The chaps are ungodly cool. I do miss the entrance shirt that came with it, but the wife beater and the sick boots make up for it. Like, this is a nice little street fight fit. 23 is our Backlash 2003 rep, and while this is horrendously inaccurate as usual for 2K, I love the green accents in place of the silver that we got IRL. There's not really much to denote here other than this is a nice little generic looking green Shawn outfit. I dig it a lot. Mania 24 is up next at 22. And this is seriously befitting of what should have been Ric Flair's last match. Granted, Flair outshined him in terms of attire, but that was a foregone conclusion. We knew Ric Flair was going to come in dripped out. The red vest with black studded accents is glorious. The red chaps with the black and white cross are just so nice. And the black wrist tape is accurate, but also a bit of a departure for Shawn. This is really nice. Like, Shawn really was Mr. Wrestlemania, damn. We're jumping to Shawn's title defense against Rob Van Dam in November of 02 now, and this is really nice at first. The entrance gear is beautifully accurate, dear lord. This is arranged super intricately. But man, the generic return tights are super inaccurate. This was supposed to be those one-off lame HBK logo plain tights that he only wore one time for this match. I guess if you never knew that, this would look great, but this is such a letdown in terms of accuracy. Top 20 time for HBK with SVR05 kicking us off, and man, this is beyond memorable to me. This might be the first time I ever saw Shawn Michaels in a video game. The wife beater and corresponding hat is such a unique piece. From the looks of it, the chaps are an altered Backlash 04 attire, and the tights are from Survivor Series 03. They're quite classic to me. This is a pretty mixed bag in general, but there's really great individual elements here. Moving on, we got the vein of Little ZM's existence, the recycled SVR07 chaps. I was a PS2 kid, so I saw these fucking chaps for years. But honestly, he wore them a lot on TV, and they stem from Mania 21, so there's only so much I can hate him for. The red pops a lot, the entrance gear is magnificent, I love the little armbands as well, and the lighting on the 360 version enhances this so much. Back to WWE Mayhem for Shawn's seldomly seen Thorn chaps. I actually think he should have dusted these off more often, and they should have made it into a mainline game. I really like the little crosses hidden in there, and the colorway is really clean. Like, this is a winner to me. SVR06 though, this is HBK's last hurrah for the tights era, and it's such a shame that he had to ditch them. This is a great middle ground to me between the recycled SVR05 tights and the future SVR07 entrance gear. I love how this combo meshed so well. Just missing the top 15 is 2K22's Eddie Guerrero Memorial attire, and while the Eddie armband is accurate and a nice subtle tribute, it's kind of annoying when it's on a default attire. That's kind of a crux for me. The chaps are crazy though. I enjoyed the white decals quite a bit, and this is a nice fit all things considered. I just gotta get that armband out of there if I'm playing this in a regular match. Bad Blood 04 is up next, and for once, they got the entrance gear right in 2K15. This is pretty nice all things considered. The chaps are cool as well, but dear lord, these tights are so derivative of the other red outfits. I like it a lot, but man, Shawn, you gotta wrap it up with the red and white already. 14 is none other than SVR 2011, and this is such a shock to my system. Dear lord, this is so different than everything else so far. These chaps debuted at SummerSlam 09, and despite me rolling my eyes at the second DX return already, these are nice. The camo pops, the wristbands are cool, the cutoff tee is actually not too bad for a late DX fit, and the camo and the cowboy hat are kind of corny, but it's on brand for him. The hearts are cool though, and the lining of the chaps look nice as well. This is an alright outfit all things considered. It's not too bad. SVR 2010 just appeals to me more as a DX hater though. This was something I didn't care for as a kid, but I've come around on as an adult. The cutoff merge shirt is pretty alright here, and the cowboy hat fit the time period. The new chaps are such an improvement though. The crosses are nice, and the black accents around them are pretty sweet too. Honestly, this is pretty nice all around. Like, Shawn still had some juice left in him on this run. 2K14's Mania 11 fit was crazy though. Jesus Christ, this dude has too many attires, but this might be the best early Shawn fit. The glasses are crazy, the vest is cold as hell, the studs are ridiculous, the zebra print is tough, the chaps rule, and the tights are pretty sweet too. I like the early zebra heart decals, the lettering is nice, and this is just really well constructed. Shout out old school HBK. Another 2K14 attire now with Mania 23, and goddamn, I hate editing around the DX overlays in his entrance. The fact that they had whole ass strippers near booty butt naked in 2007 is crazy. The white vest with the red crosses is just so beyond cool though. The chaps are super cohesive, and the fact that the white and red are such prominent bold colors push this up the list a lot for me. This is vibrant as all hell. I do feel like this match with Cena is a bit overlooked though. We've finally reached the top 10 HBK attires, and Legends of Wrestlemania leads the charge. I don't know why they chose a Survivor Series 92 attire for a game called Legends of Wrestlemania, but whatever. I like the chains on the gear a lot. The chaps are super plain though, but I mean at least the pink boots and heart accents look pretty sweet. They kinda locked in here. It's just a shame that I'll never see this attire because I do not want to play this game again. WWE 13 has a SHAWN attire that is burned into my memory. I love the Attitude Era mode that would have match-specific superstar threads that you could recreate, but to my knowledge, this was Shawn's only playable attire in that game. The Montreal fit was a nice choice for Shawn. The armbands and tights are pretty sick. We've seen this entrance gear way too many times by now in the series, but it still looks clean. The red back lettering is pretty nice too. I used to have a classic Superstars figure of this attire from an old KB Toys in Philly before they closed down. This fit kinda hits close to home for me. 2K14 is back at it once again for Mania 12, and this isn't exactly accurate, but it's close enough for me. The white and silver entrance gear just looks so beyond clean here. They're so reflective, and I just love that. The shoulder pads are pretty sweet too. The gold and silver hearts on the white tights though just completely steal the show. Holy shit. I would have appreciated the proper armbands though, like what a shame. This is still very much appreciated by me though, this is a nice fit. Our only MyFaction attire that I could find is In Your House DX. My apologies if I missed one, but this is just awesome. Truly a cult classic outfit. This was a staple of community creations for years. I would much rather have the original entrance gear included than nothing at all, but I'll take what they gave us. This probably should have been a default attire though. We're taking it all the way back to Here Comes the Pain's default, and man, while I love the Montreal entrance gear, it's absolutely timeless. The way that it's layered in this game makes him look a little chubby, and that's always bugged me. Regardless, this candy wrapper looking ass pair of tights from Mania 19 is wonderful. The white hearts on the red zebra print is so vibrant, I like it a whole lot. It's hard to believe that SHAWN was excluded from Smackdown 1, but man, they made up for it in spades with Smackdown 2. This is an absolute all-timer of an attire. I have 2 Mattel Elites from this iconic Wrestlemania 14 fit. I do miss the entrance gear, but thankfully 2K16 included it, and the DX decals are so iconic on those Texas colored hearts. This is a wonderfully concise design for SHAWN's return to the mainline games. The necklace rules, the back decal is sick. This is awesome. Eventually, we had to get to right? This might be the Houstonian in me, but man, this outfit rules. I love how colorful and vibrant the whole entrance ensemble is. The mirrors look sweet, the Texas hearts are just too cool, the back design is so nice, the armbands are really sweet. Like, this is really nice to me overall. I will admit, I do forget he's from Texas sometimes. Our big 3 Shawn Michaels attires are finally upon us, and the bronze medal goes to Wrestlemania 26. Dude, the wings and crosses on this vest and the chaps are gorgeous. The studs are awesome. I especially enjoyed the chaps decal quite a bit. This is super befitting of what should have been his retirement match. The darker, almost kind of withered tones here in the color scheme almost signified the beaten down desperation that he was going through to get this rematch with The Undertaker in the first place. Our runner-up for the best Shawn Michaels attire is none other than the King of the Ring 97. Yes, it has been way too recycled in these 2K games, but man, every time I see it, my mind goes back to middle school ZM playing the showcase for the first time in 2K16 and just being awestruck at this attire. This was finally something not derivative. The silver entrance top and arm sleeves are so cold, and the stars on the chaps are just the best, good lord. The zebra print tights with the red hearts are such a welcome change of pace here. I love it a lot. He looks like a candy wrapper. The armbands are so sweet here. Shout out 2K16. The best HBK attire in gaming though is predictably Wrestlemania 25. I am not of the belief that this is like the best WrestleMania match ever, like everybody else is, but man, this is such a wonderful attire. This is absolutely undefeated. The inverted Undertaker gear is a crazy move for him. This entrance motion is just so cool. The shadow just hard cutting to the normal HBK model took me out. That was funny as shit. This fit is god tier. The brown vest is an all-timer, the white pops really well, the pants are great, they're so much more vibrant than Mania 26, even the little studs are well done. This dude knew that he had to steal the show, and he did. Nobody has a grasp on presentation as a pro wrestler like Shawn Michaels. I appreciate your time and attention immensely. Normally, I give some grand monologue praising the work and legacy of the wrestler at hand here, but man, I am beyond exhausted. Y'all already know Shawn Michaels was cool. Even though I'm a Brett guy, shout out HBK. Take it easy, y'all.